I'm Keith Hedrick. I'm the mayor of the City of Groton, and I want to talk to you about Public Works, National Public Works Week. From the 17th of May until the 23rd of May is National Public Works Week, and this is the opportunity that we take to thank the men and women who work in public works, who take care of your infrastructure, your roadways, your sanitation, and those kind of things. So when you think about public works, what comes to mind? Is it plowing? Is it paving the streets? Is it cleaning the streets? Is it sidewalks? Is it the pickup of trash and recyclables? It's all those things plus many, many more. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take you on a tour of the Public Works facility here in the City of Groton, and we're going to talk about all the different things that our Public Works Department does for the City of Groton. We're at the salt shed, where you can see behind me we have probably 200 to 300 tons of salt that we use during the snow season. This year we didn't have a lot of snow, so we have salt in reserve for next year. When we talk about salt, we talk about snow. When we're talking about snow, I get complaints sometimes, why do they plow like they plow? Well, here's what they do. They plow down the middle first, and they want to keep the arteries open so that fire trucks, other first responders such as ambulances and the police cars can get through the city and get to the city, and then they'll go down one side and then they'll come up the other side in order to clean the full street, and then the next day they'll come back and they'll clean up their corners. And I know that sometimes you guys get frustrated because you're out shoveling your sidewalks and shoveling your driveways, and then a plow comes in and a snow wave comes and pushes it back on top. I will tell you, they're not doing it on purpose. They're trying to keep the streets clean so that we have our access. Okay, we're now here at the sign shop. So what goes on in the sign shop, you may ask? We actually have the ability to make signs. We take the raw metal, the painted metal templates that are there. We have the tape and those kind of things. We put it here, and we have an actual press that makes the signs, and we can make all kinds of signs that we need to make for the City of Groton. In addition to that, the line striping material and the line striping equipment is handled out of this shop as well. So the lines that you see that are striped in the middle of the road, the crosswalk signs, the crosswalk symbols, those are all maintained out of the shop. Now, a reminder to everybody, if you see a yellow curb, you can't park on a yellow curb. And so we're very good about making sure that we have those identified around entryways and around crosswalks and around fire hydrants. The other thing is, if you see a blue curb, those are for handicap parking only. So those are the kind of things that we do out of the sign shop. So here we are, we're at the outside carpenter shop. So what does this shop do? Well, one of the things it does is this shop is responsible for maintaining vegetation control. And it's along the roadways and the sideways of the roads and sidewalks that we have. And that's for insect control, sightline management, and for runoff. And the runoff is important because of something called MS4, which stands for Municipal Separate Sewer Stormwater System. And we'll talk more about that in a few minutes. The other thing that happens at the outside carpenter shop is that they do all the wood building. For example, they build the wood frames when we have to build sidewalks. And they also have the ability to build barricades when we need to close off roadways and things like that. So those are the types of things that we have in the outside carpenter shop. Okay, here we are at the catch basin facility, where we take the catch basins and we maintain them, and that's for stormwater drains. What you'll see is sometimes you'll see people clean, you'll see our guys going out there cleaning the streets, and people ask, why are they cleaning the streets? Well, the reason behind that is you want your streets clean, because if they're not clean, when it rains, it's going to run and go down into our catch basins. And then you're like, okay, so it goes into catch basins. That's what a catch basin does, it catches. Well, it has to go somewhere. So the runoff, the stormwater drains, then go to our local estuaries, such as Birch Plain Creek, Long Island Sound, Baker Cove, Thames River. So now all the dirt and dust and oil and everything else gets flushed into these estuaries, and this is where the MS4 comes in, where we're required, it's a state program, but we're required to sample all of our catch basins. We're also required to sample all our outfalls so that we know what kind of water and what contaminants are going into the estuaries. The other thing you'll notice is that we have different sizes and types of catch basins. And that's because as old as the city is, we have multiple types of catch basins, and some of our catch basins are so old and we haven't had to rebuild them until recently, that they're actually made of the original stones. So it's not just like a plug and play. So sometimes it takes a while in order to rebuild the catch basins. But the catch basins are for stormwater drains, and they are to help keep our water tributaries clean and safe. So this is probably the truck that you recognize the most, because you see this truck every day. This is a garbage truck. We pick up garbage, we pick up recycle, we pick up leaves, we pick up bulky waste. We have an ordinance 149 which governs all those things. And when you're in violation of ordinance 149 and you get a red tag on your trash can, you end up calling our highway secretary, Tony, who deals with probably 40 or 50 phone calls a week about, why didn't you pick up my leaves? Why didn't you pick up my recycle? Why didn't you pick up my garbage can? And it's probably because you may not be following the rules. So let's talk about the rules just real quick. This garbage can looks innocuous enough, but it's a 42-gallon garbage can. It's marked on the bottom, it's 42, and the max garbage can that we'll take is a 35-gallon garbage can, with the exception of you can buy one of these from the city. It's a 96-gallon garbage can. You can see the bar that it can be picked up by the machine and then dumped into the back of the garbage truck. Also, the weight limit for any of our garbage cans, including the 96-gallon toter, is 75 pounds. So if it's over 75 pounds, we're going to put a red flag on it and say we can't pick it up. And I know some of you guys say, well, wait a minute, this thing's got wheels and you can move it back and forth. But think about this in the winter time when we got to pick it up over snowbirds and things like that. It's still got to get picked up. It's about the safety of my employees. And so that's why the 75-pound limit. Also, if you go into ordinance 149, there's a 50-pound limit on recycles. So again, one of the things you see all the time is we're picking up trash, and during this week, the National Public Works Week, this year, we're in the middle of the COVID pandemic. But we determined that trash and recycles is an essential service, and that's why we're continuing to pick up trash and recycles. And that's what these guys do every day, day in and day out. Here we are on Tyler Avenue. You can see the beautiful trees here. So the question is, why do I bring you to Tyler Avenue? It's to talk about the trees. In the City of Groton Public Works Department, we have a tree warden. And the purpose of the tree warden is to monitor the trees that are in the boundaries of the City of Groton, and we monitor their health. We trim them when we need to, and we remove them when we need to, in order to maintain the health of the trees and the safety of the roadways and for the people that use the roadways. So that concludes what we're talking about National Public Works Week. So what I'd like you to do now is, if you feel so inclined, let the Public Works employees know what you think about them. Tell them that they're doing a good job. Post it on Facebook, post a video, post a photograph, and give it a hashtag COGPubWorks. That's hashtag COGPUBWORKS. Let the Public Works men and women know what a good job they're doing, and thank you for your time.